Hello, today may be the last concealer hack video you ever need to watch. Vincent Ford and Wayne Goss recently shared a secret technique using a Q-tip to prevent your concealer from creasing. We are going to put that to the test today on my 50-plus-year-old under eyes. If you're new to Beyond 50 Skin, welcome. My name is Cindy. I love a minimalist makeup look. If you like a more natural look to your makeup, you are in the right place. Definitely consider subscribing and liking, and I will also pin a few videos down below that you might enjoy watching on my minimalist makeup looks. Next week, we are going to declutter my minimalist makeup collection. But let's jump into this concealer hack and see if it's the last under eye concealer hack we're ever going to need. To make today's demonstration a little bit more interesting, I'm going to use two different concealers. On my right eye, I'm going to use the Hourglass Veil Concealer. This has a little bit more coverage. I would say medium coverage concealer, not the most coverage that you can get, but I know some of you prefer a little bit more coverage, and I'm also going to share with you a new launch. This is by Versed. This is their Silk Solutions Concealer, and it's more of a serum texture. So two different textures to see if the same technique works equally as well. I'm going to use the same pattern that Vincent Ford used on his Instagram demo, where you do 5 dots on the outside corner and 3 on the inside. Now I've taken a peek at the doe foot on this. It's going to be a little bit tricky, but we're going to work with what we've got here. So 5 dots on the outside corner and 3 on the inside corner. Now this doe foot is super tricky. See how fat it is? And it seems like it has a hollow to the inside. So I am not quite sure how this is going to apply so that I get an equal amount of concealer, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to wipe off the excess because there's kind of a drip on the end. And I'm just going to use the very tip. It's a very imprecise doe foot. Once you have your concealer applied, you blend out the inner corner. I'm going to bring it down the bridge of my nose just ever so slightly because I have those dents where my glasses sit. I'm going to clean my brush. As you can see, the Hourglass is a little bit more opaque than the serum texture of the Silk Solutions. I'm going to clean my brush up again, and then we're going to blend the outside corner. The key to this technique is when you blend out your outer corner, you're going to squint your eye, and that will prevent too much concealer depositing into your creases so that they don't show up later on during the day when you end up creasing your eyes naturally. See how there's some spots left open? I'm going to do the same blending technique on my left. So what this is supposed to do is prevent the accentuation of your natural crease areas. Okay, so you see I have some open spots on both sides. Next, you take a Q-tip and you're going to carefully blend out the product in the area where the creases are showing. And this is actually removing some of the concealer so that it doesn't end up settling later on in the day. I'm going to flip it over and do the other side. Now I can tell the Versed concealer is drying down very quickly. The next step is to gently tap your fingers to blend the concealer. This also warms up the concealer, which I think really helps a concealer set. On a fast day when I'm just using my It's by My Dark Spot concealer, I just blend it out with my fingers and warm it up. That's one of the techniques that I've learned over the years that really works, especially for a really natural look to your concealer. All right, so I feel like I've got that blended out and it's looking nice and smooth. The last step to set your concealer so it doesn't crease is 2 steps. You want to grab a hydrating mist and a fluffier brush. This is the 202 BK Beauty brush. Spray your brush down just a touch And then grab a setting powder. I'm using the Hourglass setting powder, and I'm just going to tap my brush into the setting powder and apply it to the under eye area. I'm just going to flip the brush over and set the other side. As this is drying down, try not to smile or make any crease lines so that it really sets. You can see that the Versed side is a little bit more of skin peeking through, a little bit more of a natural look, minimalist makeup look, whereas I get a little bit more coverage on the Hourglass side. But I'm going to let this set. It's just ever so slightly damp, so I'm going to give it about 60 seconds. Then I'm going to come back in about 5 or 6 hours, and we're going to do a check-in to see if I have any creasing. After this dries down, I'm going to apply a little bit of skin tint from Summer Fridays. This is one of my favorite skin tints. A little bit of the Hourglass mascara and a little bit of blush. This is their Flesh Blush by Merit. And then I'll come back and show you the 5-hour check-in, and fingers crossed we have no creasing on either side. The Merit blush is a no-fail blush, and honestly, that's what I need. Something that just gives my cheeks but better without being tricky to apply. I really don't ever have a problem with applying too much, and my cheeks always get really red throughout the day anyway, so I don't want to over-apply blush. For my eyeshadow look today, I'm going to use one of my favorite One and Done's by Armani. This is their Liquid Shadow in Shell. The Valentino 3-in-1 brow pencil has been one of my favorite finds recently. You get the spoolie, you also get the brow pencil, of course, and I just love this tapered end. You can use it on the fine edge to kind of be a little bit more precise, or you can just do on the flatter side where you can fill in a little bit more. I also love the fact that it comes with a brow liner. You can just fill in a few sparse spots. So absolutely love this brow pencil. It's a 3-in-1. It's a little bit on the pricier side, but you do get a 3-in-1 for it. Now for my lip today, I'm going to do something super simple. It's a natural lip look that I showed on my Instagram page and stories. This is the City Lips lip liner, and it is a no budge lip liner. And I have found that lining my mature lips, I have a little spot here I was talking about, I have to get blasted off. So I'm glad I'm showing you this today. And City Lips is having a 20% off sale if you catch this video before the 9th of March, which I think that's the day this is going to be uploading. So that will be the last day. But I always have a discount code with City Beauty, so you can use that code as well. So I've been lining my lips. This is the color Blush. They have Willow and Blush. That's their first launch, is the 2 lip liners. And then I've just been using the lip oil. It's been so dry. Winter is definitely not over here. That's my minimalist makeup look for today. I'll be back in 5 hours and I will do a close-up of both my left and my right, and we will see if this is the one and only technique that you will ever need to prevent creasing of your concealer. It's about 7.5, almost 8 hours later since I applied the concealer, and I've lost my daylight. So I've come up to do our check-in in my upstairs bathroom that has a really bright light. So we can get a really close look at how this concealer hack worked. I'm hoping that this possibly could be the last concealer hack I ever need to worry about. Let's take a quick look at the Hourglass side. I'm actually quite impressed how free of creasing the outside corners are, where my crow's feet are and my expression lines are. It's really smooth compared to what I expected. Now let's take a look at the Versed side. A little more creasing in the outside corner, I've noticed, but honestly, not too bad. Let me know down in the comments if you're going to try this viral concealer hack, and if you think it's going to be the last concealer hack you need for crease-free under eye concealer. I was pretty impressed by this. If you try it, let me know your results Thanks very much for watching and wishing you all a skintastic day.